Everyone envied my marriage, but the day after my wife announced her pregnancy, I overheard that child is already 3 years old. When Mark sent me photos of her with a little boy, I realized she had a child with him after our wedding, so I immediately decided to fake my death and disappear. Everyone knew that I had an enviable marriage and a wife who loved me dearly. But the day after she found out she was pregnant, I heard her conversation with her secretary. "Madam, you are pregnant now. What about Mr. Spencer and the child? The child is already 3 years old. What if Mr. Spencer finds out about this?" My wife's eyes were sharp. "He must not know about this. Let Mark keep his mouth shut. The child 3 years old." Before I understood what this meant, my phone vibrated. It was a photo sent by Mark. In the photo, my wife held a little boy high up, her eyes full of doting and tenderness. I staggered back to the bedroom and called my sister, who worked in the overseas security bureau. "Sister, help me create a fatal accident. I want to fake my death and leave Julie." "What's wrong, Johnny?" "Veering, Julie, very good to you. What happened?" I really wanted to say something, but as soon as I opened my mouth, my eyes could not help but feel sour. Yes, everyone knew that Julie treated me very well. 10 years ago, she fell in love with me at first sight and started a crazy pursuit of me. She was the only daughter of Montana Group, but I was just an orphan without a father or a mother who could only depend on my sister. Ex-men speculated that Julie was just used to seeing flowers and plants outside, and she was just chasing me for a moment of novelty. Even I thought so, but she pursued me for 5 years until 5 years ago, when I finally nodded and agreed. She immediately announced it to the world and gave me a century wedding. Eponette thought that this was her obsession with love that she couldn't get for 5 years. Otherwise, how could she rush to get married just after getting together? Everyone was looking forward to it, waiting to see when Julie would get tired of me. But after getting married, she broke everyone's speculation with her own actions. For 5 years, I was still the one she held in her heart. Until now, everyone in Chicago knew that Julie was vigorous and invincible in the business world. She had only one weakness, which was me. I understood my sister's doubts. Even I didn't expect that Julie would cheat, although I didn't say anything. My sister on the other end of the phone seemed to notice my emotions. After pondering for a long time, she spoke softly. "The day after tomorrow, I will send a plane to pick you up. Leave the rest to me." After hanging up the phone, I still kept the posture of making a call. Just then, the phone vibrated again. It was from Mark. "Johnny, have you seen the photo? Are you still complacent about her pregnancy? My son and her son are 3 years old. What is your child?" Seeing this message, all my guesses just now were verified. Julie really cheated on me. We had only been married for 5 years, but her son with Mark was already 3 years old. Thinking of this, I couldn't hold on any longer, and my knees softened and I fell to the ground. I trembled with my hands, recalling that she was not with me for half a year 3 years ago. At that time, we had just been married for more than a year, and she said that she had an overseas project and needed to go on a business trip, which would take a long time. Now that I thought about it, she must have been pregnant at that time. During that half year, she was not on a business trip, but to have a baby. Just when I was at a loss, Julie walked into the bedroom and found me slumped on the ground. "Johnny, the ground is cold. Why are you sitting on the ground? Are you feeling uncomfortable?"